My last video talked about exploring the balance between self-pride and people's pride. If you haven't watched that, you can go and watch that. It was the last video I posted before this. And today I want to share 7 steps on how to find the balance between self-pride and people's pride. Sometimes we find ourselves in some situations where about if we don't know the way out, we might not be able to navigate ourselves out of that situation. So today, like I said, I'm going to share 7 steps on how to find the balance between self-pride and people's pride. And before I go into that proper, you know what self-pride is? Self-pride is the pride that you are the one that you are proud. The self-pride is coming from you. And what I term as people's pride is the pride that people commit on your behalf. You know the way people will over give you praises, overdo this because of you. I could have died. I don't know what my life would be without you, and that will begin to get into your head. That's people's pride. So, without a further ado, let us go into these 7 steps. Number 1 is self-reflection. Take time to understand your own values, strengths, and weaknesses. Reflect on your achievements and areas for improvement without being overly critical or boastful. Self-reflection is a lifesaver, and self-reflection is not about getting it done today. It's a daily thing. So you have to understand what your strengths are and your weaknesses are. So you'll be able to know where you're stepping out of line. There is a terminology that, if you've heard that, there's a tiny line between being confident and being proud. Then you will know when you're crossing this line. You will know that you don't need to be, to be proud in any way, because you have your own strengths and other people have theirs. You have your own weaknesses and other people have theirs. And you'll be able to reflect on your own achievements and areas that you need to improve on. We all need to improve in some ways. So if you think you know it all, you don't need anything to improve on, that's the beginning of your pride. If you notice that when people are correcting you, you get upset, that's a sign that you are proud. So because there's a tiny line between being confident and being proud, is the fact that for most people who are confident in nature, they have the higher possibility of crossing that tiny line away from their confidence level into being proud. So that's something to look at. And my second point is empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes and try to understand their perspectives and experiences. Recognize that everyone has their own journey and achievements that are worthy of respect. Empathy. Put yourself in other people's shoes. When you think you're better than other people, come on, put yourself in other people's shoes. So this will help you to find the balance between self-pride and people's pride. The attitude you're giving out, the energy you are giving out, can you take it? Empathize with people. Can you receive that word? Talking down on people, can you take it? You know the way. So can you take it? What you're dishing out, can you take it from other people? So when you're empathizing with people, you'll be able to recognize that other people's achievement, no matter how small, is worthy of respect as well. Number 3, open communication. Engage in open and honest conversations with others about their accomplishments and yours. Avoid comparing yourself to others or diminishing their achievements. Open communication is the fact that you're listening to understand, not you're listening to respond. So you engage in open, honest conversation with other people. You've achieved something, they also achieve something. Like I would say, if you're thinking of buying a car now, that's an achievement for you. If somebody is thinking, I don't sleep enough, I need 2 extra hours in bed, that's an achievement as well. And if you're able to achieve that, the ability to plan and be able to achieve what you've planned is grace. So understand that, other people have their own accomplishments as well, and avoid comparing yourself to other people or diminishing their achievement. Don't compare. Don't think, oh, because someone has this, you should have this, or using your car to compare other people's car. Like I said one time, a sister bought a new car. She came to church. It was a 5-seater. And let's say I'm like jealousy, like that terminology. What is it there for me to gain? Because in our house, we are more than a 5-seater car. So it's of no use to most people sometimes when you compare what other people have to yours. Like, it's not going to benefit you in any way. So just look into that. Have open communication. Avoid comparing yourself, and don't look at other people's achievements as nothing. If you're able to buy a blue dress, it costs you 500 euro. Well done to you. If someone else is able to buy a pair of shoes that is 50 euro, of course that's another achievement. Don't undermine, don't diminish other people's achievement. Number 4, respect diversity. Appreciate the diversity of talent, backgrounds, and perspectives within your community or social circle. Embrace differences and celebrate the successes of others. Respect diversity. Appreciate the diversity of talent. You might be a good writer. Someone else might be a good speaker. You might be very good at drawing. Someone might be a good listener. that diversity of talent. And sometimes you will come in contact with people, you'll be like, wondering, what kind of talent is this? Recently, I saw on social media is a sand artist. She will make a picture of a house and other things with sand at the seaside. You just wonder, what is this? And that is what they have passion in. So there are diversity of talent and background. People have different backgrounds. And also that will give you the ability to be able to look at other people as part of your team. There are different talent, different part of the body, but one body. So you have to embrace differences and celebrate the successes of other people. They are succeeding in one way or the other. Their success might look small to you, that's your problem, but you have to understand the fact that other people at a phase in their life, at a stage in their life, whether you are successful for buying a car, somebody else is successful for buying a pair of shoes. Success is success. And number 5, set boundaries. While it's important to take pride in your accomplishment, be mindful not to let it overshadow the achievement of others. Set boundaries to ensure that your self-pride doesn't turn into arrogance as well. Sometimes when we're talking about pride, you have to understand the fact that there is negative and there is a positive pride. The positive pride is when your child does something, you say, I'm proud of you. Or when you think you might not be able to achieve something and you're able to achieve it, you should be proud of yourself. Of course, that's a positive pride. But remember that saying that there's a tiny line between being confident and being proud. You have to be mindful. You have to know when you're crossing a set boundaries. It's very good for you to look at what you've done and be able to say, well done to me. But be mindful, it doesn't overshadow the achievement of other people. Maybe when somebody say, oh, I just get a pair of shoe. Oh, I just someone else say, I just got a pair of dress. You just kind of, what is that? I just bought a new car. Because it's a car doesn't mean it's the greatest of all. To them at a particular time, that success, that achievement is the greatest to them. You understand? So don't let your achievement overshadow others. Set boundaries to ensure that your self-pride doesn't turn into arrogance. Be mindful of other people while you're thinking you're better off than them. And number 6 is practice gratitude. Cultivate a sense of gratitude for the support and contributions of others to your success. Acknowledge the role that family, friends, mentors, and colleagues play in your achievement. Gratitude is about looking back, thinking of what you have, appreciating what you have. Be contented in what we have. Be happy with what you've got. Because when you cultivate the practice of gratitude, you will not be hungry. You might be hungry in a way, looking forward to achieving more, but that will not be where your whole heart is based on. Because a lot of times we get disappointed because we are expectant of something, not paying attention to what we have, thinking what we have is not enough. And because we don't have one particular thing, we think we haven't achieved much. So practice gratitude, and support other people in their success as well. Give a well done, give a genuine, praise to other people when they have achieved something, and acknowledge the fact that you cannot be successful by yourself. Everybody needs their own circle, family, mentors, and all also contributed to your success. It wasn't just done by you. And finally, continuous learning. Stay humble and maintain a growth mindset by continuously learning and striving for self-improvement. Recognize that there is always room for growth and development. Continuous learning is about you living. A man dies the day he stops learning. So you have to continue to learn, to self-evaluate. I did something this morning. Was it fair? Was it nice? I said something to this person this morning. Was it fair? Was it nice enough? Will I be able to take it at that particular time? Put yourself in other people's shoes and you'll be able to continue to learn. Self-reflection. Look for mentors. Remember, whether online, direct or indirect mentors, or look for courses to be able to build yourself. There's a particular aspect of your life that you don't like. Can you change it? If you can change it, change it. Just continue to learn and you'll be able to, grow. And also finding the balance between self-pride and people's pride is an ongoing process that requires self-awareness, empathy, and a willingness to learn from others. By practicing these principles, you can cultivate a healthy sense of pride while respecting the achievements and contributions of those around you. So it's something that you have to keep at. It's about living, and we live daily. Nobody will say, oh, I ate yesterday, I don't need to eat today. Because you realize that your body will give you a signal to say, I'm hungry, then you have to look for food. Also, you should be mindful that you need learning at all times. And learning doesn't say because somebody is older than you, somebody is more qualified that you can only learn from. You can learn from a little child. So those are my 7 steps on how to find the balance between self-pride and people's pride. I hope you're blessed. The sun is shining. So till I come to your screen again, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, warriors.